Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new legal breaking reporting video analysis update. We have another rightful legal constitutional update from the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals as it relates to the illegal deployment of the Oregon National Guard. Let's get into this reporting by Reuters. Ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled, Troop Deployment to Portland delayed as appeals court considers review. Ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled, the article reads, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on Friday, today, ladies and gentlemen, paused an earlier decision by two of its judges, adding another delay to the president's desired deployment of the National Guard troops to Portland. Quote, this means for now, both RTROs preventing the National Guard deployment remain in effect, unquote, Attorney General Dan Rayfield posted immediately after the order. Ladies and gentlemen, here is his order. I have the order on my threads as well if you guys want to check the order out. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the reporting. In a two-sentence order, Senior Circuit Judge Sidney R. Thomas paused the previous order from Monday, which sided with the federal administration's efforts to deploy hundreds of National Guard troops to Portland. Monday's order effectively threw out the first of two temporary restraining orders, TROs, issued by District Judge ladies and gentlemen, District Judge Karen Immergut, a Trump appointee, ladies and gentlemen, my editorial addition, both of which temporarily blocked the troop deployment. Friday's order from Judge Thomas stays or pauses Monday's order until 5 p.m. Tuesday, October 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, just before the trial, making the first TRO effective again. I applaud Judge Sidney R. Thomas for pausing the illegal decision. Judge Thomas' order gives the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals more time to decide whether to reconsider Monday's order formally with a larger 11-judge panel review called an banc review. There are multiple active legal proceedings related to President Trump's attempted deployment of National Guard troops to Portland. A trial centered on the president's ability to deploy the Guard will begin on Wednesday before District Judge Immergut. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, please subscribe to stay up to date on all more legal breaking news that you need to know about. More to come soon.